In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on April 15, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. St. Louis Cardinals versus Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee will try to extend its 3-game winning streak when it hosts St. Louis in the second game of a 4-game series on Friday night. The Cardinals struggled at the plate in Thursday's 5-1 final at American Family Field. Milwaukee lost 3 of its first 4 games this season, so it has been a pleasant turnaround since then. The St. Louis Cardinals are 4-0 in their last 4 Friday games, and are 5-1 in their last 6 when their opponent allows 2 runs or less in their previous game. The Cardinals are 9-2 in their last 11 games as an underdog, and are 13-3 in their last 16 versus a team with a winning record. The Brewers are 2-5 in their last 7 home games versus a team with a winning record, and are 3-9 in their last 12 versus National League Central. The Cardinals won 3 of their first 4 games, and they played well offensively in those games, scoring at least 4 runs in each game. They hit the ball well against right-handers and have had a lot of success against Peralta, who was 0-2 with a 5.29 ERA in 4 starts against the Cardinals last season. So expect them to play well offensively in this game. The Brewers split their first 6 games, and they've struggled offensively so far, averaging 3 runs per game. They struggled against right-handed pitching, and they haven't had a lot of success against Mikolas, who gave up 5 runs in 2 starts against them last season. So expect them to have a hard time keeping up with the Cardinals. So the St. Louis Cardinals money line is our full game side pick. Milwaukee relies on its pitching staff to win games, which was the case for St. Louis last year as well. Peralta is coming off a fantastic season and is playing for a team that has gone under the total in 5 of its last 6 home games. St. Louis has decent numbers at the plate early in the season, but they are skewed by a 9-0 win over a bad Pittsburgh team on opening day. The Cardinals are averaging 6.25 runs per game through 4 games. They averaged 3.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Brewers, with Milwaukee giving up 4.33 runs per game. The Cardinals will be held under their average in this game. The Brewers are averaging 3 runs per game. They averaged 3 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Cardinals. The Brewers and Cardinals played under the total in their last 3 meetings. I think this is just going to be a battle between 2 bitter rivals, and I envision a lot of zeros being logged on the board when all is said and done. I believe that this is a 3-2 game whichever way you slice it. With St. Louis giving up 4 runs per game, the Brewers won't score enough runs to push the score. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Tigers versus Kansas City Royals. The Kansas City Royals play host to the Detroit Tigers on Friday night in an American League Central matchup from Kauffman Stadium. The Tigers won the opener of the 4-game series on Thursday night, grabbing the 4-2 win. The Tigers out-hit the Royals, and on the backs of 2 2-run innings, they were able to come away with the road victory. The offense was lacking in the opener, and while that could be the case for much of the weekend, it shouldn't take away from how competitive the rest of the series should be. The Royals won the season series, 11-8 last season, and after dropping the opener, will look to bounce back and even the series in front of a home crowd on Friday. The Tigers are 14-37 in their last 51 Friday games and 53-116 in their last 169 versus the American League Central. Detroit is 0-4 in their last 4 in Game 2 of a series. Meanwhile, the Royals are 6-1 in their last 7 Friday games and 3-7 in their last 10 in Game 2 of a series. The under is 3-1 in Kansas City's last 5 in Game 2 of a series. The Bobby Witt Jr. hype seemed to be real with his clutch RBI hit in the first game of the season. While he may not be on the fast track to the Hall of Fame just yet, it's clear he has the talent. Thankfully for Royals fans, Andrew Benintendi and Salvador Perez had been doing their part prior to last night. It may not have been pretty, but they were still able to help Kansas City split their opening series against the Guardians. Starting pitcher Brad Keller on the mound for Game 2 will certainly be a downgrade from Zach Greinke, but Detroit is not the best team to take advantage of the matchup. The Tigers have had to rely solely on Austin Meadows thus far, which is not a good sign. Jonathan Scoop hasn't produced and Miguel Cabrera hadn't until last night. Worse yet, Javier Baez missed yet another game just last night. Starter Tarek Skubal also left a lot to be desired in his first start. He gave up 7 hits and 4 earned runs in just 4 innings of work en route to a 10-1 loss. Keller came out of the gate strong versus the Guardians in his debut this year with just 2 hits and a walk on his stat sheet. I like Keller to put up another good outing here and keep Kansas City in the hunt for a win. In Thursday's matchup, we had some opportune offense from the Tigers as they kept the Royals at bay. Skubal should put up a better outing here, but I believe Kansas City can eventually pull this one off. So the Kansas City money line is our full game side pick. Kauffman Stadium sometimes gets the reputation of being a pitcher's park, but it is in fact the 10th best run-scoring environment in baseball. Bubik's presence on the mound has made many parks great run-scoring environments so far in his young career, and the Royals' bullpen is thin as well. With Bubik's 1.43 WHIP, there will be lots of traffic on the bases, and Detroit's newly improved offense will be in good position to take advantage of it. Skubal has enjoyed more success than Bubik, but with both an ERA and FIP over 4, he isn't a dominant pitcher by any stretch of the imagination. Skubal has already proven to trend in that direction with his first start ending with a total of 11 runs. He should either give up a large portion of those or force Detroit's subpar bullpen in the game early. Unless Keller miraculously reverts to his 2020 form, he should give up a few runs as well. He should be able to limit the Tigers enough to keep the Royals in the lead, but nothing more, with a relatively low total here, likely due to the below-average stats of both offenses. We don't have a high total to clear. These may not be two teams destined for the postseason, but this game should be just ugly enough to get us over the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Cubs versus Colorado Rockies. Chicago will try to win consecutive games for the second time this season when it faces Colorado at Coors Field on Friday night. The Cubs opened the series with a 5-2 win on Thursday night. Colorado was on a 4-game winning streak heading into that game, so it will be looking to bounce back in this game. The Cubs are 5-2 in their last 7 road games and 5-2 in their last 7 overall. The Rockies are 27-10 in their last 37 games as a favorite and 4-1 in their last 5 home games. The over is 15-6-1 in Cubs' last 22 overall. The under is 4-1 in Rockies' last 6 overall. These teams split the 6 games that they played against one another during the 2021 season, so this should be a pretty even matchup. Marcus Stroman is one of the most underrated pitchers in the entire sport and has dominated against the Colorado Rockies throughout his career. Marcus is a good pitcher, but the play of guys like Ian Happ and Seiya Suzuki should be more than enough to lead the offensive output. German Marquez was solid at Coors last year, and he's pitching for a confident Rockies squad that's off to a solid start. However, the Chicago Cubs have had some surprising success in their own right, and they have a quality pitcher on the mound in Marcus Stroman who was respectable in his Cubs debut. I love getting ace-caliber pitchers at plus money, and that's what's happening here with the Cubs. Colorado's bullpen is set to finally have a stinker as their bullpen is not as good as their stats early has indicated, so the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. These teams are solid offensive teams, and this is a very hitter-friendly stadium, but the issue is that Stroman and Marquez are both very good pitchers. German Marquez has shown the ability to quiet down lineups inside of Coors Field as his stuff plays well in the thin Colorado air. Despite pitching in this tough stadium, the Rockies are 3rd in baseball with a 2.54 ERA, while the Cubs are 10th with a 3.27 ERA. The runs are going to be a little tougher than usual to come by in this game, as the under has hit in 4 of the last 5 Cubs road games, as well as in 7 of the previous 9 home games for the Rockies. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.